All right, y'all. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I made an update video regarding the Resale, the video game slash collectible resale challenge that I basically put myself under for 2024. The last time I spoke to you guys, we did like week 2 of June or something like that. So it's been a month. It's been 30 days. So during this whole time, over the last month or so, I've decided, you know what, let's just make this a monthly video. Mainly because, one, I have very limited time to actually make videos and upload it. But two, I feel like a more concise video showcasing, what we sold for the month and the profit and where we stand is a lot easier to digest for viewers versus weekly updates. Unless I'm actually like recording, hunting these items out in the wild, which I'll be honest, it's probably not going to be a thing, especially because this is just like for fun. That like the making videos on YouTube is for fun. I enjoy it. It's cool. Keeps me busy. But the other reason being, I've kind of realized that there is a ceiling for me in terms of the amount of the amount of money that I'm seeing come in and the amount of money that I'm spending, just specifically due to the fact that I am working full time. And currently in the summer season, my busiest time at work, I'm working 60 plus hours a week, Monday through Sunday. So it's just kind of like I pick stuff up when I can, when I have like a lunch break or what do you call it? Or just if I see like basically right now, guys, I am picking stuff up either early morning, like 6 a.m., 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. before work, or after work, late in the evening. There's really no in between for me at this time. So with that out of the way, going forward, this is going to be a monthly series, and I expect that hopefully during the winter time, once things slow down around here for me, I'll be able to use more of my budget and actually purchase more things with the money that I've gotten, because I'm basically just picking and choosing very specific items. I'm sticking to Nintendo stuff for video games. In terms of like collectible cards and stuff, I don't really find a lot of that stuff locally. Yes, there's some people that sell them locally, but a lot of people locally, they want TCG player pricing or they want eBay pricing. It's not like they don't know what they have, right? It's not like they're not like aware of what they have. Usually if you're in a hobby, you pretty much know what that hobby is worth in terms of like whether it's Funko Pops, for example, whether it's Pokemon cards. The only thing for that one would be if like a random parent found a Pokemon binder or a Yu-Gi-Oh binder or something, and they're just like, hey, these are my son's old cards, my daughter's old cards. They're away in college. I want to get rid of them. Somebody come buy them. That's really the only way you're going to find things like that. Other than that, it's going to be people that know what they have. It's going to be people who want a very specific amount. Not many people are going to want to sell you a $100 card for $60 when they know they can get more than that. So video games, though, are a little bit different, especially older video games. Now, if you guys have been even watching some of these videos, even just partially the way through or whatever part of the way through, then you've probably realized I do Nintendo stuff, Nintendo Wii's, Nintendo Switches, Nintendo handhelds in general, like 3DSs, DSXLs, things like that. And the reason for it is because Nintendo stuff is in that weird place where most of the people who have Nintendo stuff, they've already grown up. And the people that are still grown up and have Nintendo stuff, they keep it. So usually the people that are selling me Nintendo stuff is going to be parents, people who had a Wii when they were like 12 and they found it and they don't have a need for it. They have a Switch, but they don't really realize that there's still a market for old Nintendo stuff. And it's really strange because even with like PlayStation or Xbox, right? Those consoles aren't usually worth nearly what a Nintendo console is worth, even like PS2s and stuff. And Wii games just have such a premium that I can literally find a bundle with a Nintendo Wii for $50, $60, $70, and they'll include a bunch of Wii games with it. And some of those Wii games are worth $25, $30, $40, $50, $60. Today I picked up a Nintendo Wii bundle that included Guitar Hero, Wii Play, which is a more rare Wii game that sells for about $60 to $70 on eBay. And it came with WarioWare, which I think sells for like $25 to $30 or something like that. But that's really why I've been focusing on that. It's easier to find. It's easier to pick up. People don't really care because they just see it as an older console, older games that are no longer popular. A lot of people don't know what they have, and it's not for me to take advantage of them. I actually, for example, for the person that I picked up their items today, they had it for like $30. They had a Guitar Hero Wii, Guitar Hero, two Guitar Hero games, one guitar, Nintendo Wii, complete, accessories, and like 8 other games, 2 of which being the WarioWare Move It and the Wii Party. In those 2 games alone, that's like $80 to $90 if I sell them, on eBay. After fees and shipping, maybe 65 to 70. That basically pays for everything. So I told them, hey, you have it a little bit low, I'm gonna give you $75 for it. So, I feel like I offer fair pricing to people. I don't try to, I guess, screw them in a way, right? And that's been very successful. But aside from that, I mean, that's what I've been doing. That's what this challenge is about, is trying to see how much profit we can make. And I mean, honestly, at this point, we've been pretty consistent with the profit. So I'm going to make myself smaller on the screen. I got to make sure that I even have, yep, beautiful. I have that already set up. But essentially, there's a lot. Oh, hold on. Whoop. Video. There we go. All right. So I'm going to move myself up here. Okay, I'm just going to kind of go over the final numbers here. So for the month of June, okay, the very beginning of June, we began with $2,069.36. Okay, this was the beginning of June. This was like week 1 of June. Okay, now since then, you've already seen some updates on this. I basically pick up a bunch of Nintendo Wiis and Nintendo Switches, and I resell them. I find really good deals. I literally source all of my stuff through Facebook Marketplace. You can find all sorts of cool deals on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not using, I think I found one deal on OfferUp, but for the most part, Facebook Marketplace is where I go if you guys are trying to do this and trying to get a little extra cash, because, economy sucks. So I highly recommend you, if you're wanting to get extra cash and you want some quick cash, this is a really easy way to do it, right? So I sold quite a bit of bundles, quite a bit of games. I picked up a lot of Wii stuff, a bunch of Nintendo Switch bundles that I've already sold. I'm down to one Nintendo Switch that I bought like a week ago, sorry. And this was part of a bigger deal, or not really bigger deal, but had other games. So my secret is I just calculate everything beforehand. I offer them a decent amount. Not, I'm always aiming for, on Nintendo Switch stuff, I usually aim for $50 to $60 or more in terms of profit after I sell everything. And I've been hitting those marks and more, and exceeding some in other ways. So to kind of just start this off, right? We started off like 2093, right? 2069, sorry. 2069, nice. And just to give you guys an idea, over the month of June, we ended at 3,895. So I'm currently averaging roughly, yeah, that sounds about right. I am averaging anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 a month in profit. That's not, that's including like gas wasted. That's included, packaging materials. That's out the door. I'm making a profit of $1,500 to $2,000 a month. That's an average of what? Almost like $500 a week, give or take, in profit. Obviously, some weeks are better than others, and I've been basically some of the problems that I've had is the fact that it takes time to test out some of the Wiis. Here, I'm gonna move myself a little bit. It takes time to hook up the Wiis, to test them out, and post them. Post them up on Facebook Marketplace, create bundles if I'm able to. It takes time, and so I've made this money while still having an active inventory of stuff. I mean, and not like this is the end of June. I've already made more money. I already have more money in the account from $38.95. I already made more, and I'm taking advantage of quite a bit of different things, from GameStop trade-ins to, for example, this week is the 40th anniversary of GameStop, right? They're offering trade-in same value as, so cash same as trade-in value. So being a pro member, I got 10% more trade-in value, but instead of having to get store credit, I was able to get cash. And so part of like basically I have a whole process on how I do stuff at this point, how I'm able to hit these pretty decent numbers. But essentially I try to find, 3, 4, 5 deals every couple days, where I go, pick up a Nintendo Switch for, let's say, $150, comes with a few games. Essentially, I turn around and sell the games like that. Games sell pretty quickly for me. But this is something new that I started doing this month, right? I guess near the end of June. So the numbers might change come, for the month of July and August, etc. But I've transitioned from trying to mainly sell everything on eBay to selling some stuff locally, right? So I was already doing that to begin with Nintendo Wii's, Nintendo Switches, basically just the consoles themselves. Excuse me. But I wasn't taking advantage of, local sales for games, right? I was posting all the Switch games on eBay, and yes, they do sell right away, but I'm with fees and shipping, I was losing out maybe $8 to $10 per game. Plus, let's say like 50 cents or less for packaging, plus the time to go drop it off. So I've kind of transitioned over to selling Switch games and like modern games in general locally, and I've had pretty good success with that. Here's the thing with Facebook Marketplace. You post something, it doesn't always sell right away, of course. It's going to take some time. So I have those games, basically sitting for a few days on Facebook Marketplace, but then they all eventually sell within the week, and I end up making $10 almost more per game. And so it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that mentality of just, when it sells type of thing. And I haven't had any games that last me more than a week. Once I post something, within the same week, it all sells. And, thank God, like that's been working, right? But what I'm trying to say is I've transitioned over to that. I'm only selling older games, older Wii games on eBay, GameCube games on eBay. And I've only picked up a handful of GameCube games. I've only sold, actually I haven't sold any. I only got one GameCube game that I really want to sell, the Mega Man one. That's a little bit more rare and worth a little bit more. Those type of games, PS Vita games, those type of things I sell online on eBay because they tend to have a bigger market for that. But local sales for Nintendo Wii's and Nintendo Switches and Nintendo Switch games, dude, that's my honest, like that's the best thing you can do in terms of making sure you get as much money back as you can. I'm at the point now where I'm not in a rush to sell things. Like it used to be like I'm in a rush to sell it because I got to flip it. I got to keep that money coming in. But now, I got almost $4,000 or whatever by the end of June. It's just chilling in the account type of thing. So if something major were to come my way, I have the funds to do it. So, and actually it's more than that because this is just profit. But like long story short, I don't have that necessity to, buy resell immediately. Like this isn't my full-time job. It's just extra cash on the side, probably at the end of the year. I don't know, put some in savings, pay off some. I'll probably be buying a Nintendo Switch 2 with it or something. I'm not in a rush to sell. I'm not, at this point, I'm no longer trying to just make my money back quickly because I don't have the funds in the account to buy more stuff. In the beginning, it was like that. It was a lot harder in the beginning to start with $100 and get to this point. But again, it's no different than compounding interest, like in the market. Once you start rolling, it just keeps coming. It keeps coming. Your money keeps making more and more money. You find more quality deals. You can buy those quality deals and you can afford them. And obviously it might take a little bit longer to sell that stuff, but you get more money in the long run doing it that way. And so that's what I did for the last 2 to 3 weeks in June, was put everything on Facebook Marketplace except except Wii games. Those I sell on eBay exclusively. And sure enough, and controllers, I sell those on eBay. I sell controllers on eBay. They sell for, especially Wiimotes. I just sold a pair of Mario and Luigi Wiimotes that came with a Wii U bundle. I sold those two for $60. I still have a Princess Peach one that I'm going to try to sell for like $40, and I still have the Wii U that I'm selling locally for at least $100. That whole bundle with the 3 controllers cost me $100. So that would basically get me a profit of what? $60 to $100 profit. I'll take it, right? So just things like that. That's what I've been kind of up to with this challenge, what I've figured out per se. And I'm averaging, on average, I'm profiting about $500 a week, give or take, you know? Um, and that's really good, man. That's basically a part-time job, except I'm not putting in so much of my time in here. I understand why, people who resell for a living, how they're able to grow so quickly reselling, because really it's not that bad. It's not that bad of a time sink. Go pick some stuff up, maybe a couple hours out of your day. I think maybe I spend 10 hours max a week doing this sort of stuff, but those 10 hours are bringing me close to $500 a week on average in profit. And, that's cool, man. That's, for a lot of people, $500 a week more, that's a lot. For you to only do like 10 hours more of work, that's worth it. $500 goes a long way, especially in today's economy. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing the month of June. I haven't forgotten about this challenge. I've been doing it. It's just, I'm trying to trying to put it in the spreadsheet and keep going little by little. Just don't have the time to make as many weekly updates as I was. But what I'm hoping to do is, starting this month, July, is actually videotaping, some of the stuff that I picked up. So I'm going to start, doing videos on that, like showing everything that I picked up. Like basically I was trying to do it originally, but now hopefully more compact and just with me talking over, what we sold it for and this and that. And it's a little bit more work. I'm going to try my best to do that on a monthly format. I'm pretty sure it's going to be, especially with the volume that I'm selling and buying. We'll see how that works. But yeah, that's what I did. We're at $3,895.81 in profit by the end of June. And we've already started July off with a bang. I got a bunch of Wiis. I got the Wii U that I just mentioned. I've got the Switch, which these things are like literal gold, even if they have Joy-Con issues. I can sell the tablets alone for $100 locally, but I don't do that. What I do is I go to AliExpress, get third-party Switch controllers for like $18, and get a game or so, get a game or two, $180 to $200, easy sell every single time. So yeah, that's what's been going on. $3,895.81. Just about what is it, like $1,800 in profit, close to $2,000, averaging, what is that, 18 divided by, let's say, 4 weeks. That's what, 5.5? No, damn, dude, I don't know math, do I? Whatever, 18 divided by 4. 18 divided by 4. Can't believe I need to calculate. 4.5. 4.5. So, 450. I don't know. So I'm averaging about 450 a week in the month of June in profit. Obviously that's not the case every week. Some weeks I may have made like $200, but then the following I made like, $500-$600 or whatever, because it just varies on the deals that you find. But on average, taking home quite a bit of good profit. So my goals for July is to catch up on all the stuff that I still have to sell. I have 4 Nintendo Wiis in my garage that I've already taken pictures of. Hopefully I sell them this week. I got the Nintendo Wii U to sell. I got this Switch to sell. And I got some Switch games to sell as well. Aside from that, I took advantage of the GameStop trade-in during this week. I ended up trading in a bunch of like old Wii parts, like Wii nunchucks that are old, the little Wii Motion Plus adapters that I had laying around, a few Wii games that were a little banged up and wouldn't read for me. I got like $6, $7 per at GameStop, and they really only sell for $20 anyways on eBay after fees and shipping. You're left with $10. So it was worth me taking the $3 hit, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, long story short, got $141 cash for a bunch of small little things for Wii stuff that I just kind of get along the way through these bundles that I don't really include in the bundles and that I don't sell separately on eBay because it doesn't make sense economically. So I trade them into GameStop, get store credit. In this case, I got cash because of the promotion. So doing pretty good. But that's all I got for you guys for this quick update, y'all. We're doing pretty good. We're going to continue going. And maybe we'll have, I don't know, maybe by the end of the year, we'll be at 10K. That's the goal. The goal is 10,000 by the end of the year. We'll see how far we get. Anyways, appreciate you guys. See y'all soon.